Hey everybody, welcome to Mod Review Monday. Today we are going to be reviewing the awesome and amazing Legend of Gear 2 mod by N. McCoy. Alright, so we're just going to check our book out of the library and go. So, first off we have the shells. These are really fun. The Starglass shells is just for crafting, but it's crafted with 4 Starglass lumps, which is crafted from smelted starry sand, which is crafted from sand and stardust, which is crafted from star pieces, which you get from falling stars. So then we have the water shell, the lava shell, and the blast shell. The water shell is crafted with a dimensional catalyst, a water bucket, and a starglass shell. The dimensional catalyst is an infused stardust and an ender pearl. I'll show you how to I'll show you how to craft the infused stardust in a minute, and that'll give you 8-dimensional catalyst. It's from an infused star piece. I'll show you how to infuse them at the end. So what this does is when you shoot it, it spreads a little water, but it's not actually a source block. And this could be really useful for, like, say, I don't know, getting down mountains. You know, alright, here I go, you know. That way you won't get hurt. The lava shell, which is crafted pretty much the same way, dimensional catalyst, lava bucket, which is an infused stardust and an ender pearl. We'll do the same thing, not a source block, just a little patch. So the only thing I could see this being really useful for is combat. You know, you're running around PvPing with somebody, you're just like, bah! Then you have the blast shell. This is fun because it's just a little explosion, but it can take out cobblestone. I don't know if it can take out anything else, but also if you time it right, you can give yourself a little boost and hurt yourself. The crafting recipe for the blast shell is 2 gunpowder, a flint, and a dimensional catalyst. The dimensional catalyst is infused stardust and ender pearl, like you saw before. I'm going to run over the recipe for the starglass shell one more time. 4 starglass lumps gives you 8 shells. Starglass lumps are smelted from starry sand, which is stardust and sand, which is gotten from the star pieces. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the orbs. These are throwable and used in crafting the staves. The wands. So we have the glittering orb, which is a infused star piece and dimensional catalyst and starglass shell. That's the basic orb. Then you have the freezing orb, which is 2 dimensional catalyst, a infused star piece, and a ice nucleus. The ice nucleus is snow and abstraction gel. The abstraction gel is slime ball and infused stardust. The infused stardust is pretty important, so I'm going to show you that at the end of the video. So the glittering orb makes a pretty sound and will blind you if you're in the attack radius. Now it's far more efficient to make this into a staff because you can cast the spell over and over and over again. But let's just bring ourselves a little test subject here. Ouch! Hurting him more than I'm hurting me. Hello. Ack. The orbs themselves have a really wide casting radius and do more damage than the staff does, but they're only usable once. They're a one-shot. So we'll just let him walk around, and then we're going to be doing the freezing orb. The freezing orb have the same abilities as the staff, so I'm going to show you the abilities in a little bit. They actually slow you down if you're within the radius, and give you jump boost, as you can see on the iron golem. And then you've got the shocking orb, and that's crafted with a lightning nucleus, an infused star piece, dimensional catalyst, and starglass shell. The lightning nucleus is abstraction gel and fulgurite. Fulgurite is actually obtained. There's a rare chance of it spawning when lightning strikes dirt or grass. And I've actually got a clip of that to show you. And now we are going to get ourselves a shovel, and I'm going to show you. Here's a piece of fulgurite that spawned later. So you break the dirt, and you get a piece of fulgurite and a piece of dirt. So that's how you get the fulgurite. That is used to craft the ice nucleus, or the lightning nucleus, my bad, which is abstraction gel, slime ball, and infused stardust. So then you've got that one, and yeah, I'm gonna also makes a really cool noise. Ack. Oh, excuse me. there's two of them. Ah, we're killing my piggies. Alright, then you got the burning orb. This will light things on fire. See? My bad. And so yeah, I'm not going to show you the special abilities because I want to save that for the wands. So we're just going to dump all our junk in this chest here. So, oh yeah, burning orb recipe is a fire nucleus, which is abstraction, gel, and lava. And then the basic orb recipe, 2-dimensional catalyst, and a fused star piece, and a star glass shell. Alright, so now we're going to move on to the wands. The wands are fun. Okay, so we've got the jolt staff, which does the same thing, gonna have to fix that, as the shocking orb. It's actually crafted with a shocking orb and 2 sticks, except it does less damage. Oops. What the heck? There we go. Only does 8 damage. And then the special ability of it is, if you cast it in water or enemies that are wet. Now, I'm not sure if this means if they're in the rain or not. I haven't really tested. Like, see, I'm not in the cast radius. I got damaged anyway because it was cast in the water. So it actually arced outside of the circle and did damage to stuff outside of it. So that's the jolt staff. Then we have the frost staff. The frost staff is just a freezing orb and 2 sticks. Showed you how to make the freezing orb before. The frost staff will actually freeze water. And so will the orb, but I wanted to show you with the staff. The staff and the orb will both freeze water over, along with slowing down any enemies in the attack radius. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then we've got the ember staff. Now this does the same thing as the orb, lights things on fire, and it has the one of the most useful uses for it is if you want a really big barbecue. Those pigs got killed earlier by the shocking orb, but just get rid of that raw meat. Who wants to eat raw pork? That's disgusting. Alright. So we got our cooked pork chops. Have a big barbecue. And the other thing is, this will actually unthaw water that is frozen. So it actually works as the reverse of the ice staff, which is definitely a good thing. Because who wants an icy pool? Well, I don't know. I know I don't. So, you can light enemies on fire with it, and you can heat your hot tub with it. So, yeah. We're going to hit this. Oh, yes. One thing I forgot to say is, these staves, the wands, will actually... There's a... See, there we go. Just happened. There's a not really rare, but like a 1 in 5 or so chance of the effect actually happening when you are just hitting with it. Okay, more than 1 in 5. But the chance is there. Okay, I guess it is fairly rare. Alright. Well, then we have the Twinkle Staff, which does the same thing as the shell. The Twinkle set will blind you occasionally. There we go. And just very short term. Very temporary. Alright, so those are the wands. The wands are fun. Alright. So, I'm just going to dump all that junk. Because no one likes junk in their inventory. Alright. Got my rose. Weapons. The Starglass Sword, the Magic Boomerang, the Bow, the Caltrops, the Enchantment. So, I'm going to start with the Caltrops. The Caltrops are crafted with 4 iron, like so. And you get 4 of them. But then, when you hit Q, they'll actually place themselves down. Or you can whip them a little bit. There we go. You just put them all over. And when you step on these, you get slowness. And you get hurt. But if you shift, you can get over them. Now, because these drop, because these place themselves when they drop, if they're pushed down water, they'll break, but then they will replace themselves at the end of the water stream, which is pretty cool actually, and could be used pretty creatively in some traps. Now, if this slowness ever wears off, All right, so I'm just gonna healing potion myself. Now I'm gonna move on to the magic protection. So when you put a regular diamond chestplate on, the armor doesn't really protect you from splash potions of harming or magic type objects. So if we hit ourselves with a splash potion of harming, it takes away 6 hearts of damage. Oh crap. Just gonna heal up now. But if we're wearing a magic protection 4 diamond chest plate, which the diamond chest plate doesn't really add anything, it's just a medium, and we hit ourselves with a splash potion of harming, there it only does 4 hearts of damage, so it took away 2 hearts of damage, which could be pretty useful. I believe it works with poison as well. I haven't actually tried it with poison, but that's just an enchantment that you can get normally. And then we've got the bow. I think I need some arrows for this. I'm going to just switch over into creative so I can show you. But the bow is a troll. It's definitely a troll. For all those people who forget the crafting recipe for a bow and accidentally craft it backwards. So, the creator of this mod definitely has a sense of humor. But it might be a little bit cruel. Yeah, it only does 1 damage. But you can spam it. Alright, so then we've got the magic boomerang, which is a starglass lump, 4 star steel ingots. The star steel ingots are dimensional catalyst, infused stardust, and iron ingots. Now, this is really fun, because it'll come back to you, and it does 6 damage. But the other thing is, let's switch back into survival. Here, let's go find... Someone's opening a door. That was weird. Am I the only one who heard that? Alright, so this can kill mobs, obviously, does 6 damage, or you can break grass with it, and sometimes with the Legend Gear 2 mod, you know, emerald shards and stuff like that'll drop, but you can pick those items up with the boomerang. Carries it right to you. How fun is that, huh? There we go. We just got an emerald shard. Oh, where'd our emerald shard go? Come on, man. That was rude. Oh, there they are. They just dropped a little ways from us. So yeah, it can break grass. It can pick up items. It's really fun. And you know what? This could be useful for, you know, your cave exploring, and there's some mushrooms over there that you really want, and you're just like, give me the mushroom. Oh, and it's also, I've only ever gotten it to stay away from me once, and I've thrown it a lot of times. In fact, I spent like the whole night last night trying to figure out how to keep it from hitting me. So, yeah, it'll always come back to you. It does have a durability, though. So, yep, just a starglass lump, 4 star steel ingots, which are just dimensional catalyst and iron ingot. That guy is irritated, isn't he? Whew! Then we've got the starglass sword, which is pretty simple. It's just 2 starglass lumps and a stick. But, oh my, hello. Oh, crap. So, it does 7 damage normally. But it says it breaks on critical hit, and critical hit damage is 13. So, okay, there we go. That apparently did the 13 critical... No. I've never actually seen it break and do a critical hit. But I guess the theory is that it can. I'm just gonna switch into creative so those guys don't kill me. All right, so yeah, that's the weapons and the wands. Well, we already went over the wands. All right, so we've got some fun extras. Milk chocolate, dimensional catalyst. Dimensional catalyst actually has its own, dang it, give me that back, ability. So if you take the dimensional catalyst, which is just crafted with the infused stardust and the ender pearl, it will actually teleport blocks a short distance when you click them. Like 2 or 3 blocks. Makes a little ender noise. It's it's like if you were griefing someone's house and you had a lot of dimensional catalyst, it could be a really rude way to do it, because it's just like a piece of TNT went off and spread everything in a different direction. It's kind of rude. I don't believe it works on cobblestone though. So yeah, it's dimensional catalyst. Dimensional catalyst is fun. I could do this all day. And then, let's see. The reed pipes. When you right-click, it makes a nice little noise. But when you look up, and up, it goes higher. When you look down, and down, and down, and down, it goes lower. So, that's really awesome. That's really awesome. If someone could totally make, like, a song on this, if someone could make a song on the reed pipes and send it to me as a video response, that would be awesome. I would definitely be excited about that. So, it's just made with 6 sugar canes, like in an upside-down stair shape. Can be made either way. And then we've got milk chocolate, which is really just, I don't know if it's a joke, but I'm going to run myself into hard here so I can lose some health as I talk about it. But, not health. It's made of sugar, milk, and cocoa beans. And that only crafts 1. So, it's not exactly the most useful item ever because it doesn't actually give you any effects, and it only gives you 1 bar of hunger. But hey, it's milk chocolate, and it's something to do with cocoa beans. So, I don't know what the saturation level is on it, actually. Oh, not very high. So yeah, it's a junk food. So yeah. And then we got our star pieces. You guys have been aching to see these. Alright, so, got me my bottles of enchanting. The star piece actually drops from a falling star, which just falls when it's dark. It has a random chance of falling. I've never actually seen one, so I'm assuming it's pretty rare. You can craft it into stardust and starstones, but you can also craft it back and vice versa. Problem is, when you craft it back, it takes 4. When you craft it into it, it takes 3. So only craft stardust if you need it. But the stardust, or the star piece, says spend 3 XP levels to infuse. So I'm gonna grab us a few more levels here. We'll go 21, so we can enchant 7 star pieces. We're actually just gonna take it. And we're gonna hold right click, and it's gonna make a nice sound. There we go. So if you just keep holding this, it's going to keep converting 3 levels into infused star pieces. I'm not actually going to infuse them all, but if you look at this, you can craft them into infused stardust and infused star stones. And these are used in the orbs and staves. But yeah, so then you've got the... There we go. We've got our infused stardust, which is used in all the crafting recipes, dimensional catalyst, etc., etc. And you can craft that back into star pieces, and stardust can be crafted, back into star pieces. Infused stardust can be crafted back into regular stardust. Not that you'd want to. It'd be a waste of levels. But starstones can be, they're just like a storage. But the fun part about starstones is they don't look like a placeable at all, but they're actually what I have decorating this the library and out here, and they look really cool. I love them. 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 So yeah, I would have a hard time making the staves because wow, they look awesome. They look awesome. They've got a little sparkly to them, and they're like the best light source ever, I swear. So that just about wraps it up for the Legend Gears 2 mod. Hope you've enjoyed the review, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and be sure to eat, sleep, and game.